Hello everyone, welcome for this new episode of the ESO News. Today we are the 8th October 2016 and in this episode I'm going to speak to you about Tamriel feedback, housing and a lot of other news that are quite important even if they are shorter, so watch until the end. But let's start by the most interesting, exciting and thrilling, which is the housing. This is probably one of the features that the players are the most excited about in MMORPG in general, and you have a lot of MMORPG that propose very great system. Final Fantasy XIV, Star Wars The Old Republic, or Wildstar, which probably has the best system possible, or the one that allows the most freedom from the players. So housing is something that players really enjoy, really like, and the Elder Scrolls Online community was very impatient, excited and eager to have a housing system in their favorite game. So since BE3 we knew kinda when it will happen, next year, but we had no other information. It was just a mystery. And so a lot of speculation had been made, and you can see some old podcasts, Tales of Tamriel, Elder Scrolls of the Record, etc., where people are discussing and imagining how housing will be implemented in the Elder Scrolls Online. Because this is something very particular, and you cannot really expect a game to implement the same system that there's in a solo game, like in Skyrim or Fallout 4, inside MMORPG. So how it will happen? There's so many possibilities, and a lot of players were starting to be a little bit worried when you see the trend that the Chrome store is taking with the Chrome crate, etc. A lot of players, including me, were scared that the housing will be heavily monetized in the Chrome store, because honestly, it will be a gold mine. Players will buy it regardless. But fear nothing. The system that has been presented is... I'm so excited about it. I'm really excited about it. So there was a presentation, an interview of Matt Firor in a stream on YouTube Gaming. It's the first time I see that show, where he explained what housing will be. So, let's get started. First of all, every player will be able to do a quest that will introduce them to housing, and at the end of this quest they will receive a free apartment, so a small house. Probably a small house of their own race. But maybe not. I don't know. After that, the players can purchase a medium house or a large house for in-game gold, so not in the Chrome store. Way! And it's not all. Those houses are open to the public. If the players want, he can invite his friend or his guild. So the large house can serve as guild hall if you want. You can, for instance, gather some money with your guild and purchase a large house for everyone to enjoy. I don't really know the system, how the permission will happen, but that's something we will discover later. But another point, really important and really good, the furniture that you can use to decorate your house, because that's the point of housing, is to decorate and personalize your house, it will be via crafting. So it will not be done in the Chrome store. Now, I'm not saying that you will never see a bed or a chair in the Chrome store. Crafter will be able to craft furniture and decoration, and to be able to sell them as well. So this is the ideal situation. It could not have been better than that. I think it's exactly what everyone was dreaming. Now I do not have more information than that. I tried to get more information when Rich Lumber watched my stream, but he said we will have the information soon TM, no ETA. So voila, that's all for today. But it's exciting. So one Tamriel had been released for PC and it will be soon released for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One around the 18th October. I'm not sure of the date, but I think it's the 18th October. So what's the feedback of the players? First of all, players are generally very enthusiastic about that, especially old member of the community. They say that the Elder Scrolls Online is finally what it should have been since the very start. This is something I entirely embrace and agree with. One Tamriel is exactly what needed to happen to the Elder Scrolls Online to really be the game it should have been. Flexible, very social, very open, very free, allowing players to find their own way to play solo if they want, to play in group if they want to play in group, to do some easy content if they are casual players, or to have hard challenges if they are very good players. So this flexibility that the Elder Scrolls Online is offering now, it's really what the game needed. So the game, I will not say it's perfect, but it's really one step further in the quality of content it offers. First of all, what is One Tamriel, in case you do not know, if you have not seen my other video about it? Short summary: play with your friend regardless faction and level, zone are revamped, Craglorn is revamped, dungeon have a normal, a veteran and a hard mode for every dungeon. You have new undaunted pledges, new itemization, 30 sets on overworld, 17 monster masks in the dungeons. You have the duels and you have new dailies with the mage, fighter and undaunted guild, and weapon ultimate. So that's all the changes that comes with update 12 with One Tamriel. So now the feedback of the players. First of all, regarding the difficulty of the game, there's a post on the forum, there's several posts, but one I've chosen, you can see the link below, where someone is complaining that the game is too hard now. So, you need to understand that everything has been revamped, every zone has been revamped to fit the system of the DLC zone, which means quest is for solo, so you will not find challenge there. World boss is for large group. That's the goal of a world boss. So some world boss will be soloable by certain player, certain class, certain person, but most of the time it will require a group. And when I say a group, I do not mean 3 players with bad gear. I mean a good group, like in Orsinium, like in the Golden Coast. It's exactly the same system. Delves are for solo and public dungeon are for small groups. So you really need to realize that there is content for you alone and content for groups. Regarding the dungeon difficulty, the normal mode should be quite easy like usual. The veteran mode is a little bit harder, and the hard mode, which is when you unlock, you use the parchment to activate the hard modes on the last boss of a veteran dungeon, can be more difficult than it was before. You will also notice that the health of the bosses had been increased a lot, that the resistance has been increased. Why Zenimax have done that? Because you have extremely good players that have insane DPS. And so you need this kind of condition so they can have a little bit of a challenge and not face roll everything. So that's why you have those modes. So you really have the normal mode, this is accessible to everyone. The veteran mode is a challenge. And you need to accept it and to learn it. If you don't want to do that, you do the normal mode. So the reward system, how it works now. You will have a very nice video made by Miss Bees that I suggest you to watch, but I will summarize for you how the new Undaunted quests work. First, you have 3 NPCs. Each NPCs have a series of dungeons they will give the quest for. So you have one NPC for the 6 first dungeon, you have a second NPC for the 6 next dungeon, and you have a last NPC for the 4 dungeon related to the DLC. So if you do not have the DLC, you don't pay attention to that NPC, you just take your quest to the 2 others. You can do your quest, your Undaunted quest, you can choose in which mode you do it. If it's normal, you receive 1 key. If it's veteran, you receive 1 key, but you are guaranteed to have a monster mask on the last boss. And if you choose to do the hard mode, you will have 2 key and a monster mask. So you can really choose the way you want to do it, and you will have an appropriate reward, and everyone can enjoy the daily quest and do something and obtain something they want. Once you have your key, you can choose the chest you want to open to have the reward. So there is one chest by NPC, so related to a certain type of dungeon. So you know if you want that set, you will go to that chest and you will have a chance to have the set that you want. So it's really easy, simple and efficient. That was for the dungeon and the difficulty. With 1 Tamriel, a lot of new set items have come in the game, so you have several websites that have updates information regarding this. I suggest you to go check deltiasgaming.com or on ESO wiki. And this list is very well made, so you have a link in the information below that will direct you towards those websites. And the last feedback I want to share with you is concerning the duel. So duel happen, players can fight each other, it's fun, and you have plenty of duel in the city. So some players are very happy because they see that every city is full of life, it's fun, they can watch the duels. And some other players don't like that. Some players are really annoyed by the presence of duel in a city because it makes more mess, it's a bit distracting. And some players hate the fact that they are harassed to have a duel. So if you do not want to duel, the first things you do is to go in your setting in the social panel and you tick off the auto decline option, which I have done because I'm not interested in dueling. But the problem is that you have notification every time you have it. So even if you auto decline, you have this notification, which is a little bit annoying. So you have this thread on the forum with several feedback. If you want to share your feedback concerning the duel in the city or the duel notification, please put your advice in that thread and try to be constructive. I think it's very interesting. Personally, I have no opinion regarding this, but Brian Wheeler have said that it will be possible that in future the duel will be deactivated in city. It depends on the reaction of the community. So if you have an opinion regarding this, express yourself. Last year Zenimax organized a big contest, $1 million, and this year there's another huge contest to celebrate 1 Tamriel, and this is called the Trip of a Lifetime. So Zenimax have chosen 5 destinations that mirror 5 destinations in Tamriel, and 5 happy winners will have the possibility to do a very nice trip. So let me check my list. First of all, elsewhere you will do to emulate elsewhere, it's a trip in Kenya, safari in Kenya. For Skyrim, it's a trip in the Swiss Alps. For Black Marsh, it's a visit of the Amazon and the Machu Picchu Mount. For Hammerfell, it's a trip in the desert of Morocco. And for Somerset Island, it's a trip in New Zealand. Of course, some people will say, but Skyrim, it's not the Swiss Alps, it's more Norway, blah blah blah. Yes, of course, but probably Zenimax had to organize something and the trip needed to work. It needed to be something nice and organizable. So voila, that's how it is. Now, not every country can participate to this contest, so the list of the countries that can participate is Canada, Finland, France, Germany, Mexico, Norway, Russia, Switzerland, United Kingdom and United States of America. If you live somewhere else, no luck, you're like me, you cannot participate and you can cry about it. That's how it is. Why it happened like that? This is because of country laws. So it's nothing Zenimax can do. They are completely powerless regarding this. 1,000 players will also have the possibility to receive 1,000 krone. So basically, if you want to participate to this contest, you just register, and I've put the link below. You register and you need to log in the game and play the Elloa School Online between the 5 October and the 16 December. Once. You do not need to play every day. Doesn't matter. Regarding this subject, there's a very interesting thread on the forum at the moment, which is called Tamriel Province in Real Life, where someone is discussing about which part of the world will fit which province of Tamriel. There's a big debate regarding elsewhere. Does India or Indonesia fit better the Khajiit? If you want to participate in the discussion, please feel free to check that thread, it's kind of funny. And now some various news. First of all, there's a new launcher. So the new launcher is very pretty, very nice, but it's also very buggy. In the sense of Zenimax have merged their clients, so now you have only one client for the Elloa School Online, and you can switch from North American server or European server, which is nice because it takes less space on your computer. But it's buggy for the moment. So when you see your launcher, you will see the Elloa School Online NA. It's not NA, it's for everything, so just go there. Even if you are a European player, go there. You can choose your server in the character selection, and so you will choose either live to go to the North American server, or live EU if you want to go to the European mega server. The problem is that for the European mega server it's kinda buggy, so you need to wait that the game actually recognizes that you want to go to the European server. Sometimes it takes some times, and sometimes it doesn't work. So the trick is to exit, log in the live server, so the North American one, log off and log back in the live EU mega server. And then you should have access to your character list. So do not stress if you do not find your European character. Just do like I said, or check this forum made by Gina. By the time you watch this video, the problem should have been fixed, however, but if it's not fixed, you know the trick. Trader change. This is a very huge news for the trading guild because it's a problem that have lasted months. I've discussed about that in a previous ESO news. The traders are not happy because the trading investment or the trading exchange, when a guild take possession of a trader, it happened just during the maintenance. So players could not organize themselves nicely to bid on the trader, to find a new trader if they had lost their bid. Anyway, this problem is now solved. Starting the Sunday 16, you can bid and the trade will change on the Sunday at 9 PM ADT for the North American server and 8 PM BST or 9 PM Central Europe time for the European mega server. The seasonal event Witch Festival will start the 13th October and will last until the 1st November. So during all that period you will be able to do a quest and to gather stuff and try to get some chapter of a new motif, which is the Hollow Jack motif, and you will have several rewards if you complete the quest and several goodies. There's a polymorph, there's some recipe, some consumable, so just try this. It's starting the 13th October and it will be fun. It will be a little bit variety in your daily activity in the Elloa School Online. In the Crown store you also have several items that fit the witch festival, and I will speak about that in a moment. What do we have in the Crow store this month? First of all, there is two thematic in the Crow store this month. You have first all items regarding the Alliance War and everything related to the witch festival. So let's start with the Alliance War. First of all, this Alliance Rider outfit, it's available starting the 5th October, so it is in the Crown store. Alliance War Horse, Alliance War Dog, and the Alliance Rider hoods. All those items change automatically of color depending of your faction. So if you have several characters in several factions, the outfit will change depending of this faction. So it's automatic, it's kinda nice. Now, as other items, you will have the Crown crafting motif Grim Harlequin, the Zombie Horse that we have seen last year already. There's a video regarding this horse on my channel, I will put the link below. The Pumpkin Spectre as polymorph, the Scarecrow Spectre, those two ones were also present last year, and a new one, the Werewolf Lord. This one will be available for a limited amount of time from the 27th October to November 1. The Style Parlor, the Cosmetic Pack Adornment, the Raging Cat Mask. It is also for a limited amount of time between the 13th October and the November 1. And the Junal's All Mask, also for a limited amount of time from the October 13th to November 1. And the Personality Commander, that one is already available. And that's it. And this week I would like to speak to you about Kev Do It, which is a YouTuber which has quite a little bit of success. He's specialized in the Elder Scrolls Online, but he's mostly doing comedy, and that's one of the very rare YouTuber to make mashimina and comedy or movies about the Elder Scrolls Online that are not related to build or to PvP or to guide or to anything. So it's really making little stories and stuff like that, and some are very fun, and I want you to see in particular the video called The Ultimate Kidnapping, because I'm participating in it. I'm playing a guard, so you need to watch that, because I've done some voice acting together with Miss Biss and some other. The nice things of Kev Do It is that it's always integrating some players of the community like Deltia, like Cypher, to participate to his video, and so it gives another dimension and it allows to players to kind of participate. It's really cool. I had the chance to meet him at BE3. He's a very nice guy, he's very young as well, and he's certainly talented. He has also had a little interview with the developers during the PAX West. So I wish him a great success. Go watch him, go subscribe to his channel. I think he will also start to stream very soon. Speaking of streaming, I'm back on my Twitch TV channel, so Elloa's Wendy on Twitch TV. So if you want to see me live, do not hesitate to join. I've also created a Discord server, so you can contact me easily if you want to ask questions or chat with me or whatever. I will maybe organize events and play with viewers and stuff like that, so many things can start from now. The limit is only my imagination. And lastly, I would like to give a big thanks to Tamriel Foundry, which is a very nice community, a forum. There's a lot of theory crafters, there's a lot of good news. They are very serious about the news they share, and they are nice enough to publish my news every time I'm publishing one of those episodes. So I want to thank them very much and wish them a great success. And if you do not follow them, just go and follow them. Check that website, it's awesome. And voila, it's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you a great week. I wish you great time. Enjoy yourself, enjoy life, enjoy the Elloa School Online, and do not hesitate to share this video everywhere so the news circulates. Take care everyone, see you soon, bye bye.